Good evening. Welcome back, all of my revolutionaries, all the bums, and all the trolls. This is one of the few videos I'm ever going to record twice. I tried recording this one earlier, but it was such a disorganized mess that I was just like, I'm not going to put you guys through it. I just got to the parking lot of the gym, so I'm going to get a pretty long workout in before I hit the road around maybe 11:30. I just want to discuss two things really quick. First, I want to say hi to Peterson. I was watching your stream on the way here. Big fan of his channel. I've said this before, but like I'm a fan of. Why did I turn Lyft on? Like, I'm a fan of any channel where it's like drivers that talk about driving, and drivers, I mean, they stay on focus, right? It's not all negativity. Like, obviously, if you do rideshare, whether you do it 5 hours a week, whether you do it 50 hours a week, there's things about it you're not going to enjoy. But you don't have to spend all of your time, like, there's more to rideshare. There's as many pros as there are cons. And I will address that a bit later. But first I want to talk about how I got an email earlier from Lyft talking about a change to the power driver bonus, right? And first and foremost, let me say, I have never once hit any single tier of the Lyft PDB. Never. I've never even come close. I tried one time, and I kind of sort of labeled it impossibility. That's before I met other drivers who pretty consistently hit the third or fourth tier on every single week. But they have their own strategy for that, which is just not my way of doing things. So I don't. It works for them. It would not work for me and my driving style, but that's fine. But I did get this, and this is interesting, right? Because I think Lyft for a while has been trying to gain driver loyalty. Like, they definitely want drivers to stay on their app. Uber, I don't think entirely really cares that much. Lyft seems like they want loyalty. They want drivers to stay on the app. And I think this is a move in the right direction if they're trying to do that. So I got this email today. As you guys can see, that's my purposefully it's my purposefully goofy profile picture for Lyft. And check this out. All right, so the power driver requirements for the $380 bonus: 165 rides, 60 peak, 0% acceptance. For the $190 bonus: 125 rides, 50 peak, 0% acceptance rating. 125, 95 rides, 45 peak, 0% acceptance. And for the $60 bonus, 60 rides, 40 peak, and 0% acceptance. Now, I was super excited to share that with the group chat when I got that email, because I was like, yo guys, check this out. It seems like a move in the right direction from Lyft, right? And then a lot of the guys in the group chat and girls, they checked for themselves, and I think only one other person had the same kind of requirements. The rest, their acceptance rating was still at 90%. So I think Lyft might be doing a soft rollout of changing the requirements for the PDB, which is good. I think it's a move in the right direction. I feel kind of lousy about giving my drivers a little bit of false hope, because there are definitely drivers in the group chat that prefer Lyft over Uber. So for that, sorry, I definitely did not mean to do that. But things happen. Okay, and now for the second part of this video, and let's try to keep this one around 10 minutes, shall we? Okay. I took a ride this morning. I only did 5 trips between 4 to 9 a.m. And I had one trip that I wish I knew how to use technology. I'm the biggest caveman on the planet. There we go. Yeah. I had one trip this morning. I got a request, and it said 45 minutes plus at 7:20-ish, right? And this was by Lakeview downtown. So I'm like, okay, that's gonna be an airport trip. That'll be that'll be a $30-$40 ride. Why not, right? Good, high likelihood of a rematch because I'll be dropping this person off after 8 a.m. So everything will work out. Turns out this person was going very far north. They're going up to Northbrook from Lakeview, and that's kind of a haul. But I was happy to take that trip. I don't turn down any trips. So I thought this was, and on that hour and 11-minute trip, I made $52.58, and it was for 25 miles because it was 1.7 surge. And I don't usually go back and check my fares, but I saw in the app that I made close to $53 on one trip, so I was like, I'm curious how much this passenger got charged. I was like, well, even if it was the standard, in my head, I'm like, okay, that was probably $70 to the passenger, right? So and this is a warning, or not a warning. This is something to consider for anyone that does rideshare related YouTube. Please, if you're going to share trip receipts, black out addresses and black out names and black out your license plate. There's a lot of weirdos. If Uber does in fact watch, or Uber or Lyft watch your videos, you definitely do not want to get in trouble by sharing personal information. So let's go with the top there. So as you guys can see, right, hour and 71 minutes, 24.6 miles, and I got paid $52.58, right? That's I mean, I thought I was gonna make a little bit less on that trip, so I was actually pretty happy. I was like, all right. But here's the part that I thought was like, look at that. The rider paid $31, right? Let's go back to the Uber app. $31. So, gonna go into the fare details here. Thank you for watching. I rely too heavily on this thing. I'm gonna buy a laptop soon and learn how to edit videos. All right. So since the rider paid $30.99, Uber took a $23.16 hit on that trip. Now pay close attention to that. So they lost money, because there's that negative symbol. They lost money on that. They took a bath on that trip. They ate the cost of that trip. And that's why, I mean, I have seen it both ways. I've definitely seen Uber, I think Lyft does it too, but Uber famously will price gouge on airport trips. They will famously overcharge the passenger, and the rates that we get as drivers, we don't sometimes 30%, 40%, 50%. I've seen it personally. That's happened to me. But that, in my opinion, is not right. I really do think we need to consider Uber, like, for example, the millionaires and CEO that run or CEOs and all those executives that run this company. They have families, they have second and third houses they need to pay for. They have sports cars and yachts and all that stuff, and we really have to take that into consideration when they're losing money, when they lost money. Then we definitely we need to fix this. We need to correct it. So I think we need to start a new hashtag, a new social media campaign. I'm gonna call it Pay Uber Fair, because I don't think Uber should be losing money on trips anymore, especially with the affluent executives that you know, they're used to a certain lifestyle, and we definitely, I think we got to make sure that they maintain that lifestyle. That was satire. For those of you, I can already sense a lot of you getting steamed at me saying that. No. Okay. I will personally say I think it's funny whenever Uber takes a hit, because I've seen worse than that. For example, the worst I've ever seen, it was a 4.7 surge. It was a pool, but it was 4.7, so I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna take a 4.7. And I made like $51 in 30 minutes on one trip. And I went to the fare breakdown, and the passenger paid $3.95 for that trip. So Uber took like a $45 hit on a ride once. And I was like, wow, right? But that was obviously, I think that passenger must have had some kind of a pool pass or pool promo, which they do give from time to time. But I think whenever I see stuff like that, whenever I see that Uber has taken a hit, a huge hit on a ride, or I see huge gaps between what they charge the passenger and what they paid us, like, I think, which I know Uber, if you do watch my videos, by the way, 85 grand a year, make it happen. I think the best way to correct this is to go back to the way things were before upfront pricing. You should charge the passenger the total amount for the trip per mile per mile per minute, and the base fare, and the driver collects 80% or 75% depending on whatever contract, what are the terms of the contract they agree to. That system seemed to be working just fine, and drivers were not getting, passengers were not getting ripped off, and drivers were getting paid what they were supposed to be getting paid. I don't understand what was so wrong with that system that they implemented upfront pricing, which opened up the door to you guys losing money on some trips, but then horribly price gouging on others. So I think, I personally do feel that upfront pricing is a disaster. It doesn't work. It's definitely a failed experiment, which Lyft does too. And I want to see the apps go back to what they were doing before. And this video went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's really all I got for today, guys. I want to thank y'all. Oh, one more thing. So one of my subscribers, one of my longtime subscribers, he's been around probably before the channel got even semi-popular. He's saying that he's not enjoying the focus I've done to live streams. And here's the thing. I understand where he's coming from. I know that live streams are very difficult to watch after the fact. Like, they might be interesting or entertaining while they're happening, but after the fact they are very difficult to watch. So I do think I enjoy doing live streams way more than standalone videos, because I love interacting with you guys. But I do feel that I need to do something a little bit different. So I am suggesting maybe for my subscribers to please tell me what day would work best. Hopefully, maybe some of the other YouTubers, we can all have our own windows of live streams. For example, Your Personal Driver, he does his interviews and live streams on Wednesdays. So I think we don't have each other's contact information, but we could all contact each other and figure out what would be the best window to have like dedicated live stream time, so that subscribers could have something to look forward to, getting questions ready, and anything like that. Because I think that approach might work a little bit better than the current one. Because whenever, I don't know if you guys noticed, but whenever I do a live stream, it's completely random. It's just, I decide to do one, I'm gonna do one. But if my subscribers want to feel more involved and they actually want to watch the live stream as it happens, then I should definitely schedule them or have a plan. So let me know when the best time to have a live stream for you would be for you guys. Right now I'm leaning towards Thursdays in the afternoon because that seems like the best time for me. And I don't want to interfere with anyone else's live streams. So, so guys, let me know what you feel about that. And thank y'all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join the rideshare revolution. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.